Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in the last video, we talked about InfoDrainage and I haven't used it since 2023. So it was really exciting to see what they've got in the 2026 version 2. Now, I've been playing more around with it and I found a few things that I really liked and I wanted to share with you. So without further ado, let's begin. So we have a blank drawing. We're gonna bring a pipeline in. So I've prepared one right here and that was quick. So remember from 2023, that is a huge improvement on how quickly this came without any of the previous little bugs. But that is not one of the 5 things I wanted to show you. So we were going to start first with the urban creep. Now in UK, urban creep is a big deal. You have to take it into account. So the beauty of it is when we start building, and let's say we create a catchment area, and let's say we're gonna let's turn our snappings. That's another nice thing they've got here is that we've got snapping. So let's see where we are. So in plan, snap, there we go. So you can see I can start snapping and draw a catchment area literally just for the whole house. So basically the quality that you can work with is basically as good as the quality of information that you put in. So now that we have our catchment area, how urban creep comes in play is the following. So if I double click on the catchment area, you can see here is grayed out. Now I couldn't find at the beginning how to solve it, but then I remembered that when I was running the analysis, in the analysis criteria, there was this option, urban creep, apply global value or use catchment values, and that zeroes it. And then when I click on catchment area, there you go. I can apply 10% and then I can do, and let's call that area house number 5. And then let's do another catchment area, and that's just for reference point. So build catchment area and let's do the road. I'm just not gonna be too precious about where I click. And then let's double click on it and let's name it road area 1. And here I'm gonna leave it 0 because the catchment obviously is at the dwelling in case they extend. So you know all the stuff. So the beauty is when I go to do my report. So if I go file, print, and then I go to inflows, which is basically my catchment areas, and go update. Let's select our face, update preview. The beauty of it is shows it here. So area, urban creep, 10%. Road, no urban creep. That is just darn good. So I'm really happy about that. And also they've added like hydrographs and green roofs, which is great. So if you double click on there, you can actually change this from here. So you don't have to redraw it. So you can go green roof and you can adjust it. You can add the pollutants, and then you can do any additional, let's say, catchment analysis, and then you can also do a rainwater tank, which is really good. So that's the first thing that I really liked about InfoDrainage. Now, the second thing that I liked about InfoDrainage is that I can obviously start building the network. And that is not actually the second thing, but I'm just wanna build one quick network here, is that the tables. Now, I don't know if you worked with previous legacy software in UK, but working with that software table was tiny bit painful. So if we go to junctions, take it in, and then go back here, you can see I can adjust my table exactly how I want. Let's say I don't want the inlets or outlets, and let's say I want the invert levels. And then you can see all of them are 0. That's fine because we haven't modeled it per se. But what I liked is that you have the ability to highlight columns or even rows. And then I thought straight away, as soon as I saw that, I was like, you know what? I can actually go and check everything like that. Checked, checked. There is a problem here. Checked, checked. And then give it to the graduates and then they can fix everything. Also, I love that they're consistent with their whole theme of import your own styles of configuration settings. And they have like create, save them, load them, which is great because then you can develop a huge library of like, this is how we do things. This is our settings. This is our rainfall profiles. And you can see these 3 buttons are very recurring theme. And I really love that about it. Also, you can like view the connections. You can even filter through, and you can obviously select the path that you're trying to do, but you can also add a filter and then you can just add whatever filter you want. In my case, I want the column of the cover level, depth, or invert level. In my case, I think I want to see, for example, all diameters value that is, do we have any diameters placed? let's say 900. And how did I apply it? Let's see. Did I apply it? Not sure I applied it. Yeah, applied. There you go. So I have to apply it, and you can see it's not applied. So if I go and change that, and then let's change 1 to 900, and then we go apply the filter. That's beautiful. So then you can quickly check your 1200s, your 900s. It's just beautiful. It's good. It's really good. The only thing that I would even suggest on future updates is to remember your preloaded settings. Maybe that's a thing to think about, but I'm pretty sure they will take into account because they have this suggest a feature button, which is really, really good. So if I spot something, boom, suggest feature. The third item is clash detection. Now, if you're an engineer, you know that clash detection is really important because there is nothing worse than the contractor calling you up and telling you your pipes are clashing. So this makes our life way easier. So if you remember this model from our previous tutorial, I've added another unconventional run, and just for the purpose of this exercise, literally we have clash detection. We can right click, clash detection analysis, run clash detection, and then you can see actually you can move these windows. That is really nice. You have to appreciate these things because usually when you have a window and then another window appears, you can no longer move the other window until you close the other window. So many windows, but this is beautiful and we have to appreciate this. So kudos to the development team. But we have this table and we have the go-to, and we also have loads of information. So which manhole, which pipe is clashing, where, and the separations. If I hit go to, I can see it here, but obviously you cannot see the circle because I have it unticked. So if we tick it, you can see the circle, and then we can click here as well. It doesn't also have the vertical clearance, but it has horizontal. So if a manhole is too close or not too close, and you can adjust these through here. This is a very great feature because then you can straight away spot those clashes and immediately update them, which leads us to the fourth item, which is the network wizard. So if I go to preliminary sizing, we've got this network design wizard, and God, everyone loves a good wizard. You've got the train path that you want to create. So in my case, because we use the train mode to design our stuff, so we're going to use these. So you can see pipe and pipe 1, pipe 2, etc. So we're on the right place. So if we hit next, and let's say we want to design it to that, or rational method, etc., etc. So basically what you want to size your pipes accordingly. Obviously it's not the 100-year. This is just for training and monitoring purposes only. Gonna hit next, and then here's the beauty of it. So we can lock any slopes that we want, or slopes and inverts. We can minimize excavation or minimize pipe diameter, and that depends on the storm that you want to size it to. Then we've got design level to soffit or level to invert. Usually it's level soffit to soffit in terms of how the pipes connect. Then we have the minimum cover depth. So if you're working on resi side, maybe 900, but if you're working on highways, 1200. And then you've got minimum downstream invert level. So when it goes down, what do you want the minimum invert level to be? And this is the beauty of it. The minimum slope and maximum slope. So I can change that to 120, this one, let's say 350, for example. And also I can allow manhole sizing based on my library. So you can see I've got connections and then I've got the library, which is great. And also I suppose I can adjust the depth. Oh, I actually didn't see that. Yes, you can actually adjust the depths as well, which is really good because then we can put the whole sewer sector guidance flow chart. If you don't know which I'm talking about, I'll ping a link in the description below. But yeah, we can have the whole flow chart and it will automatically select the manhole type and depth accordingly. It's actually really good. Or if the depth increases, the diameter increases. So that's good. And then if we hit next, you can see it tells us, well, this one is not met. These are the manholes that I'm slightly changing, or the invert level is changing. And if you hit finish, it does change them, and that is great. And let's run another clash detection. It still clashes. I suppose the next step would be to make sure they don't clash. Maybe we should add it into the suggested features. That is great. And which leaves us the last thing. So in terms of any software, like any software you touch or use, you want to have the flexibility of producing the results that you want to produce. Take, for example, any report typing document. So you type whatever you want, you show it however you want, which is great. That's what makes it great, because you show it how you want. And this is where it was hidden. Flexible reporting. This is, honestly, this is great. because what you can do is basically build your tables exactly how you want them. Let's do an example. I haven't prepared that one, but I'm just going to do an example on the spot. So let's say I want to show upstream nodes. So I just want the name, and then I want the downstream nodes. I just want the name. Maybe I want also the depth and the depth for downstream as well. So you can see that I've built these all together, and this is a connection. So maybe I want to move this one upstream manhole node and put this one in the middle. So we've got this pipe number, downstream manhole, and then we've got the depths at each there. Maybe I can have also the cover levels, all diameters, and we can also add stormwater controls. I think we did add a stormwater control. So we're going to add this, and you can see we've got the ponds appearing here. Got the circular, so you can untick the stuff that you don't want or you want. And this is really good. For example, we can add our catchment areas. That is nice. See, we can have the catchment areas, and then I think you can show the urban creep. So this is great because then you can show them, hey, by the way, look, these manholes actually are taking the areas with the urban creep, which is great. And all you have to do is right click, export to PDF or export to Excel if you want to put it in your own format, which is great. Also, as I said, a recurring theme is you can load or save this settings template, and you can access the ones that you keep doing. For example, you can have one that's called manhole pipe urban creep, just to show, or like just area summary. Like you want to put in your flood risk assessment report that you're writing. You want to export to Excel, put it in a pretty table, and you just want to show the inflows and the catchment area. So you can say these pipes are going in there, so therefore the total area is X, which is beautiful. That gives us the ability to extract the information that we need easily, and it's just so good. So good. So yeah, flexible reporting. It's not very visible, so it's in File, Flexible Reporting. I think it's a very good place because it's right next to the print, which is where you usually do your reports. Obviously, let's select a phase and an inflow. There we go. And you can see you've got a report. So you can see here the catchment area will, if you have a lot of catchments, that could split it in multiple pages. So what you could do is just go flexible reporting and just do your inflows and then just show the areas and where they go. And boom, that's it. Job done. I hope you found a few things useful. And if you did, hit the like button. And if you know something that we could benefit, like another feature that we're not aware, or like a little trick that speeds up your workflow, leave it in the comment below and spread the love and the knowledge. And I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thank you.